Welcome to the Modified Flip Open House for Taylor Calculus. Now, when you come to Open House, I will have hopefully given you enough information in this video and in the emails so that you can ask questions or have provided questions for me so I can answer what you really want to know, and you just don't have to sit there and listen to me read off a PowerPoint because that's, let's face it, boring. All right. Now, first I want to discuss with you my goals. My goals are 100% participation in the AP exam. I really want every student sitting in my room to take it. Whether they plan to use a credit or not, I will show you a few facts in Open House that support that taking the AP exam and scoring 2 or higher increases your students' ability to get through college in 4 years, and that is desirable. I would like a 0% drop rate in my class. I don't want anyone to drop. If I've got my hooks in them by now, I don't want to let them go. And I want excellence from every student. Now, that level, what that means is different for every student. For some students, it's of course A's and making a 5 on the AP test, but I'm interested in far more than that. I want to work with a student who struggles a little bit, who doesn't always get it, because let's face it, in life we don't always get it. But I want the student who will work through their problems. I want them to take the AP test. For some of these students, a 2 is excellence. It really is. They may have problems taking standardized tests. It is a challenge. I want your students to do the very best they can do. And everything else really does kind of come out in the wash, if you know what I mean. Now let me explain to you kind of how things are set up. First of all, I want you to do an open house survey. The link is in the email along with this video, and I want you to fill out the survey. It's very simple. It's your name, your student's name. Do you plan to attend? Do you have anything you want me to tell you? Anything you want to tell me about the student, and any questions about how my class is conducted. Yes, I realize my class is very different from any other class they may have taken, and that's really okay. Now, I also want to know what's the best way to reach you by phone or email, and then I'm going to want those emails and those phone numbers. Sometimes what we have in the Teacher Access Center or Home Access Center isn't quite accurate. Now, I keep absolutely everything on my web page. So if you go to the Taylor web page and go to Calculus, you're going to find me. And this is kind of a boring front. But let me take you through my web page. Now here is my Katie Taylor web page, and I know it's red and not blue. We're working on that. This is my schedule. It's very boring. Over here are some links for the UT Online homework, for the THS website, for the Canvas login. So if I say go to my web page, and there's the link, it's right here. If you're interested in THS, this is the first robotics. Let me know, but that's not what this is about. So if you click on, this is the front web page. Let me go to the calendar, because the calendar tells you pretty much everything you need to know. Now I've got 2 calendars, one for AB Calculus and one for BC Calculus. You can see I've got the entire first 6 weeks up, and I will have more up. Here is when we did pre-cal and popcorn. If your student was able to participate, that was great. If not, I did email you those files so that you would not be behind. Now you see I have everything on the web page. For example, on the 26th, we did 1.2, Finding Limits Graphically and with Tables. This is what we worked on in class. Now, if you'd like to see exactly what we did in class, click on this link right here, and it will open up the PDF. I upload this every day. I try to upload this every day. Sometimes I forget, and if I do, just shoot me an email. So that if your student is ever absent, say you know they're going to be absent on September 17th, and you want to know, oh my goodness, what are we doing? Well, you go click on that, and you're going to see that actually there's nothing assigned for that date. Let's go to this date right here. Let's go to the exam date, because they will have assignments on the exam dates. They're to watch the videos 2.1.3, the definition of a derivative, 2.1.4, examples using the definition, and 2.1.5. definition of derivative at a point. This is their homework, to watch these videos. Now, let's go to YouTube links, because that's where the videos are. Everybody always wants to know where they are. If your student needs to review any of the pre-cal stuff, I have made short videos here. Otherwise, here are the links. You go to Chapter 1, and all of the video links for Chapter 1 are here. And on this side, I've put down how long they are. So you see this one right here, 1.4.4, is fairly long at 4.16. I really tried to keep them at 5 minutes or below. And these are all a little bit long. Some of these are fairly short. I have a couple that are under a minute. But some of the problems take a long time to do, and so those videos were just a little bit longer. So you can find all of the YouTube videos right here on the web page under YouTube links. You can find the textbook that we're using under Larson Textbook. So if you just click on, we're in Chapter 1 right now, click this, it's a PDF of the textbook itself. Let me go to Documents. This is a list of the class documents I'm using for each class. If you click on Larson Supplemental, these are the supplemental and extra credit problems your student can do. So I'm clicking on this one, Chapter 1, and you can see, oh, I already have a video in there. For Section 1, Point 1, page 47, Problem 1, if they do this problem online for me, they'll get 1 point. Now I'm going to flop over here to 1.4. You can see they have different problems and different point values. This is for extra credit, and we will get into that more in just a minute. So let me go back to the web page. It is here. All right, so this is where the extra credit problems are, and here's the extra credit sign up. Let me go back to Documents. The THS chapter outlines. I've done something called step-by-step calculus. And if you click on this, this is an outline I have made for the students, and I'm calling it Taylor High School Step-by-Step Calculus, where I pull out basically the important theorems that they need. And this is copyrighted, so please don't make this. Don't upload this anywhere else. But there are parts where the students can take notes, and there are sample problems. For this section right here, steps for finding limits analytically, these are a series of steps that will help your student if they're struggling. And if they come up with their own steps, that's fine, as long as they show me everything that's needed. Again, if you're interested in robotics, that's what the THS tab is. There's not a whole bunch there. Next, I want to talk about Canvas. I know there's been a lot of buzz about Canvas, and I am thoroughly enjoying it. This is a platform many colleges are going to. Now, this example is from my AV unit, and here I am enrolled as a student at the moment. If you go to the calendar, which is right here, after your student logs in and goes to the class, I'm a student in AB Calculus at this point in time. You go to the calendar. This is what the calendar looks like. Now, what I really like about this is each of these links for these videos it's a direct link. So if you open it up, there's the video. They don't have to do anything else. We're not going to listen to that. Now, what you see up top is what we did in class that day. So on the 3rd, our activity was covering 1.4 continuity at a point on an open interval. Their homework that night was to go and watch the 1.4.2 one-sided limits and continuity. And now on the 4th, we're doing a video, but on the 5th, we're going to discuss that and work problems on continuity on a closed interval. Suppose I go to discussions. The discussions are very important. They're a way for the students to talk about the problems, to talk about the calculus in a place where I can monitor and help them, and they can help themselves. Now, at this point in time, you see that Unit 1 limits, or Chapter 1, I've had 9 people ask questions, and for security reasons, I'm not going to open that up because it does have the students' names. But obviously, as a student, I haven't read any of them. I had 47 students make comments about the pre-calculus Unit 0. Now, I do want the students participating in this, and these are 5 points. This is all homework. When you go to modules, this is a key place for your student to go. In the modules, I have absolutely everything listed. I have the calendar, and if you click on this, you will see the AB calendar will open up. See that little guy's opening it up, and there it is again. Let me go back. Problems I know I can do. These are what most people would call homework. I'm not checking them. The expectation, this is a college class, the expectation is they're going to do what they need to do, and they may find a few of these problems on their test, or at least the skills. Now, there's also the links. This is the links for the extra credit for the UT Online and CalcChat. CalcChat, the students love. CalcChat is the odd number problems. So if, say, they want to, we're in Chapter 2 and we go to Section 3 and they want to know how to do Problem 11 because they're totally stuck, there are the steps. UT Online, I know you have all been familiar with this from physics. The link is there. But I do want to discuss the extra credit. If they click on this, there is a link to sign up or submit extra credit problems, and it looks like this. You're going to see it has their last name, their first name, their school email, the problem number, the link for the solution, and the class period, and the number of points it's worth. Now remember, I told you we were going to discuss the extra credit. I want the students to understand how to do the calculus. And one way to know that you understand something is to explain it. So I want them for extra credit to be working through problems and explaining it. And I told them, explain it like my grandmother who got married at 13 and didn't go back to school. So make it so that she can understand it. And if you can explain it at that level, you understand it as well. Now, you can see I've already got some students who have entered problems, and you're also going to note that I don't have the student's name there. I do have their class period, but I don't have their name there, so we're protecting the student's privacy. So that's what you get when you click on links to extra credit work, worked out problems. You'll find this right here. It is immediate. So I've promised the students that if they are horsing around and anything here is inappropriate, I will send you a copy, because this is, again, a college class, and I expect excellence out of each and every one of them. And I want to emphasize that's all I've seen from your students. So that's just kind of a teacher thing I have to tell them. Next, I want to talk about their homework. Now, the homework every day is the videos and the problems I know how to do. And that's a sheet, again, that I showed you in Canvas. So they should watch the videos, and again, they're on average about 5 minutes, and then make sure they can do every problem we did in class and the problems I know how to do from that section. So don't believe them if they say they have nothing to do unless they've worked ahead. Now, let me go back here. You're going to see this is just a screenshot. If you go to the calendar of Canvas, and let me do that real quickly. If you go to the calendar of Canvas, it has everything they need for that night. Now, this is the last time for them to do this, and it is going to take a while. So if they want to work ahead, that's great. They've got everything right there. So suppose whenever you see this little Q there, that means that's a quiz they have to do. This is a discussion that is due, and here is the exam. So if I go to September 9th, you can see the videos are linked right there for them to watch. let me go back because I do want to show you the quizzes. And quizzes in Canvas are not real quizzes. All right, they're just devices I use. Suppose we go to September 2nd. Now here's a link for the video that they need to watch. Now there's a quiz. The quizzes are all the same. I watched the videos and took the notes I needed. True or false? Obviously, there's one right answer. One thing I learned from the lesson, this makes the student think critically about what they learned. And the most important question is, I need you to go over blank in class. I go over these every morning and I adjust what we do in class based on what the students write in this blank right here. Now finally, I want to go through the end of the year AP exam. It's a practice exam that the Katy ISD gives to every calculus student enrolled during that school year. It is given the last 6 weeks. Everyone must take it. Even if you don't plan to take the AP test, I'm tasked with getting your student ready for it, and we will be ready for the AP exam. This is a test grade for the 6 weeks. They will come after school. It is 4 hours long. Yes, I know, that's dreadful, but the calculus test is long. The Taylor date is Tuesday, April 21st from 3:30 to 7:30 p.m. There will be, it will be offered at other schools on the Friday before, on Saturday. We're still working out the schedule. As soon as I have it, I will send it to you. And again, this is mandatory, and this has been given in Katy for a very long time. There are some advantages to it. The first time your student sits down and takes a 4-hour math test, they're exhausted, they're surprised at how detailed it is. And this is, think of this as preparing for a marathon. That's part of what this is. Now, we will score this. Your student will get a grade 6 weeks, so that is important. But it also shows them, oh my goodness, this is what the test questions are like. Students walk in to our AP calculus exams not shocked, fully prepared. And that is the purpose of this. This is a benefit to your students. Every calculus teacher in Katy ISD gives up about 6 hours after school one day for this exam. And that does not take into account all of the hours they spend preparing for the exam, because we do have every test for every student. This is for your students. And we have it on multiple days, so your student will be able to find a time that fits their schedule. Now, this has gone very long. I apologize. But again, imagine if I had tried to say all of this during open house. Please go and do the survey and come ready for me to simply talk to you and answer questions that you need to know about how class is going. And please help me. Anything you can tell me that will help your student, I will do my very best to implement. I am thrilled to be working with your kids this year. They are a fantastic group. I cannot begin to tell you how great our first week was, and I just know this is going to be a fantastic year. Thank you so much.